Greetings to you all and welcome to Let's Play Warsong with me, Untitled. Now some of you may be thinking, hang on a minute, hasn't he done this before? This seems awfully familiar. And to those people I say, I have set those videos to private and you have no proof that I have ever started an LP of this game before. So take that. In all seriousness though, yes, I've been here before. I didn't finish the Let's Play last time, and I lost the save file. So, we're back to square one. But this game is fantastic, so that's fine by me. We have seen the storyline of Warsong. There is a man. He casts magic. He casts magic at the castle. We reside within this castle. Therefore, revenge is in order. You may do some reading now. I will not read to you. It is not my duty to read you stories. It is my duty to waffle inanely whilst you read. That was probably sufficient. This is the map of the scenario. Wonderful. We shall explore as we go on. Welcome to our team. We have Garrett, the young prince. Is he impressive? Not really. Iconic? Unique in any way? He's a bland, typical hero. But if you look at his face, he's angry, ready to fight. Unless you play the Japanese version, in which case he's not. He's rather smiley and friendly. Seriously, they changed the faces when this went to the Americas. Don't know why. We also have Boldarov. He is our bodyguard, because we're a prince. We need a bodyguard. He is a level 9 sword master, as you can see in the middle left of the screen. We are a level 1 fighter. We are not very impressive. We can recruit units to aid us in combat when we find the correct buttons. Hang on now. Here we go. The young prince shall be surrounded by 8 legions of soldier, costing 40p a pop. This only leaves me 30p remaining. You can see my p in the bottom right of this middle window, next to the green dot. Boldarov has a much more wide and varied unit selection because he's a more experienced fighter. Enough explanation, we have no items, let's begin. We may decide where each of our characters are going to start. I don't really care. I'll put Garrett on the left. That way Boldarov can be my right-hand man. That's smooth. So as you can see here, a little discussion between the king, the king's guards, and the prince. Basic plot is as follows. The king's knights, bodyguards, highest order, I don't know what you want to call these people. But these 3 people, this guy and his little pet alligator. Wait. Crocodile knight, probably not an alligator. This woman, fighter, same as me. And this woman, warlock, black magic user. They are the royal court, I'm going to call them, of the king. Here he is. They are going to stay behind and defend the castle and defend the king, whilst I make a run for it, in theory to ask for reinforcements, in practice because I am scared and do not wish to die. We are outnumbered by the enemies here. So the game has made it very clear to us we must run and not fight. And that is what we shall do. In order to run, we're going to get here. But you could just as easily go here or down this way. You just need to get... well, don't go this way, that's terrible. You just need to get to the edge of the map. But not the edge of the map inside the castle. So mermen now going to take on a man on some kind of raft. All of our allies are completely uncontrollable. You can see this on the map screen. Everyone with an X you can't control. Everyone without an X you can. Do not question why the archers can float on water. Very important in this game that you need to become able to accept... What kind of pathetic attempt was that? You have to accept a few things that don't quite add up in this game. Crushing defeat there. The follow-up attack should be much better. Now, although it will... Well, hang on, this is not going to go very well. The AI is somewhat lacking. I mean, that's better than last time. But not what I was going for. Good try. I think you can make reasonable defense that the king should look into a new court of defense. To be fair, Tiberon, who's on the left, on his little crocodile, he at least is fighting in the water sometimes. So, you know, he's not doing too bad. Sabra is... She's not holding her own, shall we say. I have every confidence in you. Those are some violent death screams. Not death yet, to be fair. Wound screams. As you can probably tell, you are destined to lose this fight. It's actually possible to win if you play very defensively with your own units. You set things up very well, you block certain tiles, you try to encourage the enemy to attack in non-favourable positions. You can win this fight with a lot of reloading and getting lucky, but it's not easy, and you're not supposed to, so we're not going to try to cheese it out. We're going to follow the story, honestly, as we should. You dare to fight my men? Throw your spears, men. Good. Big mistake. Not that big of a mistake. This chap down here is the real difficulty if you try to win the stage. He's called High Priest. He's a holy man of light. Very honourable warrior. Nothing evil about him whatsoever. He's surrounded by living flame. Holy flame. The good kind. Not the evil. And he is coming to kill the king. The evil king. Our father. The most powerful men in this army are just a bunch of random dudes with clubs who can take on troglodytes by themselves. Impressive. But they're not going to hold. No one's going to hold. My lord. Tutorial-based tips. Interesting that when it says don't get yourself killed, it zooms in on Tiberon. I think if anyone's gonna die, we all know who it is. But onward. I'm gonna go up there. Hang on. Tell you what, you go over there. Anyone else actually going to be able to get into the sea? This was a mistake. I'll be fine. I've got my my mate Tiberon to back me up here. Good shot. As you can probably tell, the units come in packs of 10s, except for the hero units, who come in packs of 1. And instead, typically fire a projectile, not always, but typically they fire some big attack, and that attack can hit up to 10 times. So, okay, I didn't explicitly say this, but each of the 10, let's say, soldiers in a 10-man soldier group, they can inflict 1 point of damage each. They can each attack once. So it's maximum of 10. These 8 archers fire 8 arrows, could potentially kill 8 people. That's the maximum. The hero units, now they only fire 1 attack, but it hits multiple times. And the number of times it hits depends on... Well, that did not go well. And the amount of times it hits depends on the amount of HP the hero has. So Garrett, he's doing alright. Tiberon, he's strong. He's going to hit hard. Sabra, she's going to go down like a sack of potatoes. Brave man, well said, well spoken. Held his own, only took 1 hit. Good man. The Crocodile Knight throws his knives. Sabra, showing off another ability she has there. We'll get to it when we need it. Alright, this guy's rather triumphant. The rest of your fellow guardsmen are just fighting happily, quietly. That's what we like in this army. But not that guy. He's shouting out how great he is before combat. It's rather uncouth. Good try, Sabra. You're improving. Speaking of improving, man, you see the way we just slide into that? Beautiful. Talking of improving, here's the mouse. This bar is your XP bar. Every time you or your units get a kill, you gain XP. Get to the end of the bar, you level up. These are some rather defensive archers. You'll notice that the archers seem to block attacks from spears with their bows. And not just by putting the bow in between themselves and the spear. They kind of tense and detense the string in order to protect themselves. I don't understand it. A good trade. 1 for 1. But these people have one goal, and that is to delay long enough for me to escape and go get reinforcements. So close. Calais, as she is known in this game. Later, Jessica. It's a mistranslation. Happens all the time. But Calais is rather powerful. I like the magic users, although I suppose in practice it's not a great attack because you shoot 1 at a time, so it takes ages. Whereas, say, Garrett's big explosive beam thing comes out instantly with all of its damage. So technically it's better. I'm just weighing up here if I can avoid Garrett actually fighting. Probably can. These guys have got no hope. The only reason I don't want Garrett to fight is because they are archers, which means he's probably going to take a hit. In fact, I'm going to commit to not using Garrett, and instead I shall give him a treat. Treat is a way for commanding units, that's the hero units, and only the hero units, to regain 3 of their hit points in exchange for their turn. You give up your turn, you heal for 3. That is the function of treat. It is named very strangely. Many things in this game are strange. Tiberon, the genius that he is, has finally placed himself in the water. His crocodile is in its native habitat. He is ready to fight. That's a level up for my AI assistant. Good work, all the people of Calais. If anyone is watching this from Calais, then welcome. You're going to be a big part of this run. Playthrough. Run isn't the right word. Sabra is so disappointing. You can't even take on an injured troop. She's really taken this whole stalling for time to the next level. That one was inevitable, don't worry about that. Now, we haven't been able to see my bodyguard Baldurov in combat just yet. I'll try and get him some action in the next turn. That guardsman went down with a deep, manly cry. When it samples the different voices for death in this game, there's about a 90% chance it picks the high-pitched one, and a 10% chance it picks the low, deep one. Feels really out of place when it hits. Funny though. Oh, no, don't move to the spot you're currently in. That doesn't achieve anything. Only 6 men made it through, and only 3 of those could actually land a spear on an unarmoured archer. I'll put you there. One other thing I've been doing is I've been trying to put my injured units next to my hero units. I'm going to call them hero units. At the start of a turn, if an injured unit, like this guy, is next to his associated commander, Garrett, then at the start of the next turn he heals for 3 hit points. Very useful. But he does have to be next to his commander, and if you remember, all of these soldiers belong to Garrett, and no one works for Baldurov. No one is willing to lower themselves to this. And honestly, working for the bodyguard. That's just... It was a bit risky, but both still standing. That's good, that's good. I shall throw... I was going to say I shall throw waves of men at him next turn, but I think Tiberon's going to come in and KS me. God damn it, Tiberon. I was relying on that XP. He's all proud of himself as well. He's going to go and tell the king, yes, we managed to hold the left side. I got the kill on the final commander. Promote me. But by the time he gets back to the king, he's going to find that the king has already been overrun by the rest of the units and is in danger. No spoilers here. Summoning 4 dragons seems a little over the top. You'll notice that the AoE on that thing was so big it actually hit the bodyguard of the king, who is a regular soldier, because that's all the king can afford. It's Baldarov and 2 soldiers. That's it. That's his defense. And he's throwing Baldarov away. Wisely, but still, he's down a little bit. Well, Tiburon, it's been fun, but you should probably go and defend the king now. Baldarov, you have a paddle. There's a good chap. Gonna change my commands to manual. I'll get into more detail about what that does later, but basically, I'll get into what that does right now. Basically, your units under your command, that hero units, assigned units, if you don't tell them what to do, they will naturally just try to follow you. But if you put it on manual, then they will not try to follow you. They will just sit still and do nothing. So I'm just saving time. I don't need them to follow me to the edge of the screen. I'm not going to be attacked by a bush. It's fine. Well, there goes Sabra. I'll be honest, she survived longer than I was expecting. You can see now what I mean about this holy man of light, this high priest. Just throwing dragons left and right, burning people alive. And then we have an actual dedicated black mage, and what can she do? Tiny little fireball. Useless. So what's the state of the castle? Standard man, the Lord, Jeren, the High Priest, Bishop. Wait, hang on. This guy's a Lord. Okay, so his name is High Priest, but he is a Bishop. You would imagine when you're named High Priest from birth, you are destined to that kind of career. But that is it, we have escaped. We did not kill everything, and the more we kill, the more P we get. We do get 1,000 bonus P, however. That's good. And the ability to save the game. And we are rewarded by this. Stunning music, which you did hear once before, but now we're going to really enjoy it. All the way until the next video. Hopefully you'll join me for that, and I shall see you then. Oh, I'm not ending yet. And then it loops.